What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about OX. I do find this one quite interesting. So, yeah, and I'll also have a brief run through of what's going on in the market. Before I do, as always, the spreadsheets update. These were the first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel. If you'd invested $100 into each one, you'd be sitting on a whopping profit of $30,390. So add on your 2,600, and you'd be sitting on 32,600, 33,000 roughly. I've held every single one of these at one point or another. I closed positions on all of them in profit, and then reinvested that into other cryptos that I see doing better runs or have better gains with the remainder of this cycle left. Portfolio has been designed to maximize gains, and if you want to see exactly what I hold, then check out Copy My Crypto. This bull cycle's got about another 4 months of legs in it. 5 would be the max, I would think. And the opportunity to make gains reduces each week as the market continues to really strengthen. So, yeah, if you're not sure what to get in on, check out Copy My Crypto. Right, OX. So OX currently is sitting on 900 million market cap, $1.07, all-time high. To be fair, in April it did pretty well. You know, ramped up to like $2.15. Its all-time high is only round sort of 230, I would say. Yeah, about 236, 237. This one hit, oh no, to be fair, it hit $2.30. So this has been pretty close to its all-time high this year. So OX will only have 1 billion tokens. It's built on Ethereum. It's basically an infrastructure protocol. The difference between OX and a lot of other essentially exchanges that are built upon Ethereum is that you can trade. You can trade normal tokens, ERC20, and non-fungible tokens, as in NFTs. So it's actually giving people way more opportunity in terms of what they can do. Infrastructure, while it's not the sexiest at all, in terms of the selling point, you know, the gains can be massive. I mean, look at Matic, Polygon this year. You know, layer 2. You know, it's not quite the same, but layer 2 solutions for Ethereum, particularly Matic, has absolutely, you know, been incredible in terms of price gain. And OX is effectively a level of infrastructure within Ethereum. So if you actually break it down, then these are always worth having a look for. If you want to know a bit more about a particular token, see if there's been a so-called deep dive. Sometimes they're not deep, sometimes they are. So yeah, you guys can read that in your own time. So they launched an ICO in 2017, made about 24 mil. One of the co-founders was also a technical advisor for Basic Attention Token. The team is still fairly small, but you've got, to be fair, a good sized team, 30 people or so, who make sure the platform runs and continues to run smoothly. If you look at the analytics of OX, in terms of volume, they're doing good volume per week. They're doing solid. They're consistently doing pretty good volume. You know, you're getting over $1 billion, and obviously this isn't like not necessarily one of the big boys, but yeah, solid volume. with OX API, you've got liquidity aggregators of like 96 million of DAI across Uniswap, Curve, OX, and Balancer. And you know, having 11% of DAI knocking about is pretty bloody good. What they are doing, which I like, is they are able to sort of offer better prices than most in terms of swaps. Purely because you've got a DEX aggregator, which is always nice. In terms of their performance, you can see best in class performance, response time is 1.5 seconds. You've got 2% reverse rate, which is 10 times lower than most other places, and 99.9% of it's available when you need it, which is pretty bloody good. DEX aggregators are more prevalent now than they were DEXs are more prevalent than they were. But just on a rundown, 7 out of 10 times OX offers better adjusted prices than 1-inch, than the 1-inch DEX aggregator. And that's the big appeal of 1-inch. I actually think when you look at comparisons between 1-inch and OX, or OX's API, OX tends to be better. But 1-inch certainly has more publicity and more going for it in terms of being seen by people, and that matters. It needs adoption. 1-inch definitely does more trading volume. OX also has a lot better fees than places like Uniswap. I mean, there's a, like I say, the DEXs are all in a battle. And then the aggregators are going to end up being the ones that win, really. The aggregators that are the best are going to be the ones that people use more. Because you aren't going to sit and go between Uniswap and SushiSwap and all these Balancer, all these million places, when you can just go onto an aggregator and do it yourself and let that do the work for you. And that's a big goddamn selling point. Big goddamn selling point of it. And as you can see, they've got all the biggest DEXs: Uniswap, Balancer, Banker, Curve, Uniswap, etc. So it's really looking tight. Really looking tight. Now, with regards to the token, the actual OX, which is actually called ZRX Token, let's find that weird. So in terms of the ZRX token, you can stake. You're not going to get bad returns on investment. Not great. APR 12-week average about 9.31%. That's the best you're going to get. Although it's 108% saturation. So, staking returns aren't all that tall. The governance is, I like the fact that there's always a push on governance, in order to make sure that the token has its utility. But yeah, and like I said, the gas fees, minimizes gas fees. It's not bad. It's really not bad. And when you look at it compared to what's around, it's really undervalued. I mean, 1-inch is sitting on $3.11 now. Smaller market cap. It's like, $60, but obviously there's a small circulating supply. But 1-inch has been around less time. 1-inch is bloody new comparatively. But when they have 1 billion odd tokens circulating, which, bear in mind, OX isn't far away at all from 1 billion tokens, I think the 1-inch price will be a lot lower. I mean, certainly, the bear market will come in for 5 months or so. But OX, probably the best DEX aggregator, almost certainly. So, realistically, it's going to take a share, not tons, but it will take elements of a share from Uniswap, SushiSwap, Banco, Balancer, all these places. And just as an actual place to use the swap, like if you're going to use a swap facility, going through OX saves you a ton of money. So OX is probably the one to go with. And they've got major investors in Kinetic, Pantera, Fabric, Placeholder, Blockchain, Capital, who all got in at like ICO level. Polychain, Pantera, FBG. So some big investors there. Yeah. Now, the fact that you can buy OX on Coinbase and other places, like all the biggest exchanges, as in Coinbase, because Coinbase did it not that long ago. But yeah, Coinbase, Binance, Huobi, like it is impossible not to want to use OX. And you've got other news like Polygon committing $10 million to reach 1 million users using OX API because they realize that OX is a great DeFi application. So good partnerships in place. I don't think I see anything beating OX in terms of a DEX aggregator. In terms of price, should be able to take a decent share. You'd be thinking potentially $6. I don't think it'd do much more than that. $6 puts it about 5 bill, 5.4 bill, give or take. Which you should be able to do. When you think Uniswap's going to have a 25, 30, 40, 50 billion market cap, SushiSwap's going to have a massive one. And OX actually is a better tool than them because it uses them just to find you the best prices. So, yeah, I like it. Do you guys prefer OX or 1 inch? That's the question. Let me know in the comments. And as always, guys, check out Copy My Crypto. If you're new to crypto, perfect opportunity for you to build a portfolio. You can see exactly what I'm holding. I've built a portfolio that's designed to make the maximum gains possible, and it's doing so very, very nicely right now. So you will want to check it out. Every week you wait in crypto, it's a week longer before, it's worse profits because at the moment, each week things are gaining momentum. I mean, hell, guys, we're above 2 trillion in market cap now. 2 trillion. So, yeah, you definitely want to check it out. Anyway, that's it. Take care. Bye-bye.